Here we are on beautiful Skyline Drive, a road that travels across the tops of the Blue Ridge Mountains in Shenandoah National Park. The Blue Ridge region is a line of mountains that cuts across the center of Virginia and divides the Valley and Ridge region from the Piedmont. Virginia's Blue Ridge region is composed of the oldest rocks exposed in Virginia. How did the oldest rocks in Virginia end up in the highest part of the state? The answer lies in the history of Virginia's plate tectonics. Several rounds of continental collisions pepper Virginia's past. Around 1.1 to 1 billion years ago, during a mountain-forming period known as the Grenville orogeny, Virginia was in the center of a slow collision that formed the supercontinent known as Rodinia. The force of the collision thrust up the underlying igneous basement rocks, metamorphosing and folding them, creating high mountains. Around 400 million years later, Rodinia split apart, and the rift created volcanism and flooded the area with a sea of basaltic lava. The Blue Ridge as we know it today was formed around 300 million years ago, when the flood lavas were themselves metamorphosed during the continental collision that formed the supercontinent Pangaea. The metabasalt you see here still holds the original geometric columns that developed when it cooled as an extrusive igneous rock, but its minerals have changed due to heat and pressure. The Catoctin Formation is a famously green metabasalt, where the green minerals chlorite, actinolite, and epidote have replaced the original mineralogy. These collisions and rifting events all laid down and then modified the rocks, the pressure and heat turning many of the rocks of the Blue Ridge into metamorphic rocks. Mount Rogers, at the far south of Virginia's Blue Ridge province, is Virginia's highest point. At 5,728 feet, it is high enough that the climate is cooler and wetter than many other parts of Virginia. At the top of Mount Rogers, we see ferns and spruce and fir trees in the place of the usual oak and pine forests found in most parts of Virginia. Visitors are also treated to encounters with wild ponies that roam Grayson Highlands State Park. The rocks of Mount Rogers tell us that it was once the base of a volcano formed roughly 760 million years ago during the rifting of Rodinia. On Mount Rogers, geologists have found records of lava flows and the remnants of an ancient volcanic chamber. Virginia may be geologically passive now, but it was once a land of extreme geology that left behind marks we can still see today.